We're back at it here. Mark Abrams here in Philadelphia. Let's go all the way up to West Point, New York, where I have undefeated featherweight Jalan Walker, who this Thursday night takes on Angel Antonio Contreras on Twitch as part of Ring City, USA. Jalen, what's happening, my man?
Not much, man. Just got here to upstate New York from Los Angeles. First, I arrived to Newark, New Jersey. Then we drove up here.
That's
It,
a little, that's a little bit of a long ride, isn't it?
yeah, it was like a little over an hour, but it had nice scenery, seeing the forest
Didn't,
stuff.
didn't realize West Point, New York was that close to Newark. Yeah, I'm not too far from Newark. I'm only about an hour from Newark, so you're right around the corner from me. So we got this fight. We're 2 days away against Angel Antonio Contreras. Say that name five times fast. How's everything going?
Not much. The weight is good. I'm right on weight. Everything's going in my favor. We had great sparring this camp, so I'm just ready to weigh in. To be honest, I'm just ready to weigh in and eat.
What do you know about Contreras? Just by looking him up, 11-4-1, a nice veteran fighter who's just lost a split decision to an 18-1 fighter. So I would imagine that you've looked at him a little bit, and what are your thoughts on him?
Uh, it's just a fight to help me get better. That's it. Just to help me get better. I never underestimate any opponent. He has certain things. He comes in shape, he comes ready, but he's not gonna be ready for me. I'm ready to
You,
put him.
you think he's a little bit of a step up in competition for you?
Yeah, I could say so. But I could say the guy from that I fought in Matchroom he was pretty good. That guy, he just had an upset win against somebody that was considered a top prospect. That
Yeah, Dio O'Guin, yes.
yeah,
He just defeated, I believe, David Navarro, who
yeah,
was
that's
a
unfortunate because I went to tournaments with David Navarro. He's a good guy. He'll bounce back. Real cool dude. A little older than me.
Mhm. So, for some of the fans who haven't seen much of you, I know the Ring City USA, their platforms getting bigger. More people are watching not only their regular fights, but also the prelim fights on Twitch, where you'll be entertaining us all. For some of the fans who haven't seen Jalen Skywalker, what can they expect Thursday night from you?
They can expect a lot of body shots, a lot of action, a lot of energy. You know, they could expect a good show, an entertaining fight.
Uh, the featherweight division. I know you've been fluctuating between 22 and 26. What's most comfortable for you right now?
Most comfortable would be 26, but I still want to be able to make 22. I want to snatch the title up at that weight class.
You've had a terrific amateur career and obviously perfect so far in your eight professional fights. You starting to feel some of the momentum in terms of people getting to notice who you are in the last couple few fights?
Yeah, I've been feeling that for about the past year,
Okay.
and I was just picking up more and more, and I like that feeling. It pushes me.
See, obviously you have a huge Instagram following. Where are you at now, Instagram wise?
150, 157,000
Jeez.
right now.
You got me beat by 150. About 150. I'm at about 940. So hopefully some of your level come my way. Some of your residuals, as they like to say. Fighting on the East Coast. I know you fought down Florida. Fighting now you've flown cross country. I know you've probably done all that stuff as an amateur. You excited to be fighting kind of in a different spot?
Yeah, yeah, man. It's an experience. Traveling is an experience, That's like one thing that I think that's like the most important thing a person should do is travel. We need these experiences. Like it's a quote that says the person that doesn't travel is only reading like one page of the book of life. And
Yeah.
traveling, you just it's fun.
No, I agree with you. I just traveled. I travel a bunch, but I've never been to Atlanta. I was in Atlanta over the weekend, and I was very impressed but by seeing that city for the first time. And I agree with you say. It's funny. and I want you to expound on something. I've helped get you a few interviews over the last couple of fights, and we spoke with someone yesterday from one of the major websites, and the article be coming out. And he said he couldn't believe talking to you. You were just 19 years old, and that answer, was a very mature answer. And I want you to expound. You said it ain't the first time you heard someone kind of, say you seem a lot older than what your birth certificate says.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot since I was like about 10 years old. So
Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know my zodiac sign, me being the oldest, both. But I'm still a teenager. I'm still 19. I do 19-year-old things, but I just have a certain maturity about me, and I had it since I was in like grade school.
How do you? I mean, and I'm sure you watch. Especially in the last couple of years, there's a lot of fighters turning pro, kind of around the same age you turn pro, 17, 18. Do you see some of these fighters? Can you tell what their kind of maturity level is by just watching them?
Yeah,
Eh,
if
eh, eh,
you could tell by their physique, if they're shying away from punches. If they're in there with guys how I'm in there with, they really won't shy away from punches. They know they could take the shot.
So it's funny. Joe from Ring, he just now called me. He's interviewed a couple times. He must know. I don't know if he knows that we're talking here. But in terms of way how they carry themselves and stuff like that, obviously when people get to know you a little bit, and hopefully on this Twitch broadcast, they'll I don't know what Twitch has or Ring City has in mind, but to really get to know Jalen Walker. What can you tell the fans out there really about yourself in terms of maybe Jalen Walker, the 19-year-old who's going on like 40?
Nah, don't say I'm 40, man.
Going on
I
40 in terms of you're wise beyond your years.
just know that any problem, any problem it is that people think that would be a problem like towards me, I could figure it out.
Mhm.
Whatever it is, I have the answer for it. I'm fearless in that ring. It doesn't matter what problem it is, what the guy has, I can figure it out. I can adapt.
Even though you're a little bit away, but do you look at the top of the 122 and 126 division about what's going on in there, or you just you don't know? You mean when
Yeah,
it's time to get
uh,
okay? So break
yeah.
it down for us. I'm actually gonna. I do a lot of play by play broadcasting, so I'm put your analyst hat on. Well, yeah, give me some analysis of the 122 or 126 pound division.
I know more about the 122 than the 126.
Okay, break it down for us.
The 122 is live right now. The 122 is super live. And I've been in there with a couple guys already, like Danny Roman, MJ. I believe I'm gonna probably spar Ronnie Rios soon after this fight.
And I believe he's fighting. He's fighting. I think they just announced he's fighting for a world title.
Yeah, so I'm right there. I'm young as hell, but I'm right there with these guys. So I'm just watching, seeing who we're going to challenge, who we're going to get. That's it. I'm watching, paying attention, studying, you know,
Who, who's the guy that beat at 122 pounds in your mind?
to all of them. To be honest, you know,
Gotcha. In a perfect world, when do you feel you're going to start competing for some of these smaller titles, the ones that are going to kind of
summer,
move you a little bit?
summertime.
Summer.
I I would have loved if it was this time now. The COVID-19, they put like a little hold on my career for a couple months. But man, I love to fight for a junior title or move up the rankings by summertime.
How much? You mentioned something. We'll go back to something you said about traveling. How much did fighting in Mexico earlier in your career kind of help you? So much, not so much as the experience in the ring, but like you said, the experience, the knowledge, the learning. Be fighting. Even though you're from LA and Mexico's not too far,
Yeah.
but fighting in a foreign land.
Oh man, that was like one of the best experiences I experienced so far fighting out there in TJ. It showed me like the life, what life is. how fortunate we actually have it on this side, and just everything. It kind of pushed the idea of me wanting to learn Spanish. To be able to relate to the fans, and most fans are Mexican.
Do you speak Spanish?
Almost
Oh
not fluent,
wow,
but I'm getting there, man. I practice a lot.
wow. See that's impressive. That's very impressive.
Plus, as a kid, my sisters they're half Mexican, so I grew up like in the household just hearing Spanish all the time.
Let's see. So you a little bit of a head start before you went down to Mexico.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I already knew so.
So something that's obviously there's a lot of great media down in Mexico. Is this something is maybe a goal for you? If you have to fight down Mexico again, or do be able to speak with some of the Spanish media? Do you plan or hope to sometimes maybe do type interview type stuff in Spanish?
Yeah, yeah, man. Of course. Claro que sí. Uh, I really, that's really my goal right now. I want to be able to knock that down by the summertime.
Wow.
Yeah, around like June, July, I want to be able to be, comfortable. Like I can speak it now, but in my mind, I feel like I sound kind of like, a little slow, a little. I don't.
And you're learning this all without taking a class.
Oh yeah, I'm just learning it online.
Wow.
Yeah,
Again, that's impressive. Most people, I guess, would have to, maybe take a class or something like that to be able
yeah,
to learn the language.
yeah. I was already had a head start. I already had a head start. Even on
Uh,
my dad's side, we have a lot of Hispanic cousins and stuff. So
that's very impressive. I know, you said you fought in Mexico, you fought in Florida, fought twice in Florida, now in New York. You excited? I'm sure it will happen sometime, maybe hopefully soon. Hopefully you fight in Los Angeles. What would that mean to you to have your first pro fight in Los Angeles?
man, I'm gonna put the city on. I'm gonna, hey, the city gonna turn up. The city gonna be live.
Well, hopefully we can get fans in by then.
Woo! I'm telling you, man.
I mean, have you thought about that a lot?
Yeah, yeah, man. The fight out there, at the farm or the Staples Center.
Wow.
My
Mhm.
dream. Every time I used to go downtown, I used to look at the Staples Center and be like, I'm gonna fight there.
Wow. So just driving the car as a kid, you saw the
Yeah,
arena, and that was a great inspiration for you.
yeah, yeah,
Eh,
because like I'm not a fighter that's from like a different part of LA. Like I'm actually from LA. Like I
Yeah.
say Gardena, but like I'm from the city of LA.
Hmm.
So man, that mean everything to me.
Did you see the De La Hoya statue they have out there?
I didn't see the statue, but I always thought about De La Hoya and Mosley. You
Were
know,
they, were they two? I mean, were they two of your favorites growing up, or you others?
Shane Mosley was my favorite growing up as a kid. Funny story, when Shane Mosley lost to, I believe it was Canelo. I like Canelo too, but when he lost to Canelo and Pacquiao, I was so mad. I started disliking like all his videos on YouTube because
Uh,
I'm still a fan of Shane Mosley.
if
Oh yeah, too. De La Hoya, I started watching him when I was a little older.
a little older, you're 19. So I mean,
Well, like, well,
what?
okay, each like year of boxing growing up, I went through a phase where I had like my favorite boxer for like a period of time. And at one
Mhm.
time, De La Hoya was that. Like I used to watch all his fights when he fought Chavez, I Corte. You
That
know,
was a great fight.
he fought on his tippy toes, triple four jabs and stuff, hands up, good
Uh,
stuff.
Vargas was an LA guy. Was he? Did you like? Was he a
Oxnard,
favorite? Well, yeah. Well,
yeah,
Oxnard.
trip.
I don't
That's
know
a
why I forgot
trip.
that.
Yeah. I took a picture with him when I was a kid. I like Vargas, cool guy.
If I can name one fighter who, maybe you took something that's in your game. I know your style is your own, but is there someone that you say like I want to take this from him? Is there one fighter that maybe has influenced like even just a little bit of your style?
It's more than one fighter.
What's that?
It's more than one fighter. You know,
Well, who's like maybe the one or two, maybe if you don't mind me asking.
hey, I could name five of them.
Let's okay, we have time.
Okay,
Okay, who are they?
Julio Cesar Chavez.
So
I'm a
for
fan.
that's body shots, right?
Oh, body shots, Mike McCullum. That's where I get that from.
The body snatcher. There
Yeah,
you go.
Chavez and Mike McCullum. Those are one of my favorite body punchers. And Marcos Antonio Barrera. Then we got Shane Mosley with his athletic ability. You know, he was him and Johnny Tapia, in my opinion, had similar styles because they was both explosive. But a lot of people never really thought about that. Floyd's mindset, because of his mental strength and his work ethic, and him just always being number one, is Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard is
Well,
one of the best fighters to ever do it.
I agree with you.
And you know what's else funny? Sugar Ray Leonard was probably one of the meanest fighters there was.
Finisher absolutely was a
Hey, he
finisher.
was dog. He was
A-
mean. See it in
Absolutely.
his eyes.
I think because a few years ago Mayweather, or they were talking about Mayweather and Leonard. I think Leonard's the best in the last 45 years. That's my opinion.
I think Leonard was probably the. I think Leonard could beat everybody at least once in
Yeah.
any decade
He
of it.
had it all: the speed, the power, like you said, the meanness, the IQ, the boxing
Hey,
ability.
Leonard was a dog. Like, man, watch his fights. Like, I'm not saying he was this cocky like jerk, but he was a dog, like ruthless. Like, he was like Roberto Duran, but just more slick.
All right, well, we won't keep you too much longer. A couple last questions. What do you want to say to the fans out there before we see you Tuesday night on Twitch as part of Ring City USA, taking on, let me get the guy's name again, Angel Antonio Contreras.
Well, what I want to say to the fans is tune in, watch my fight, man. I worked really hard since I was a little kid. I'm gonna put on an amazing show. Just go out and watch me. This is the beginning of something big.
I agree with you. And where the fans find you, because I know you need, I know you need more Instagram followers. Your Instagram ain't doing too well. Follow this guy. He needs more Instagram followers.
Uh,
Where do we find you?
everybody, they can follow me on Jalen underscore Skywalker. No, Jalen underscore Skywalker. That's Instagram. And then for TikTok, I believe it's Jalen underscore Skywalker one. You can follow
Uh,
both of
How's
them.
your TikTok game going? I'm not on that yet.
I just started on it. I think I'm like at 7,000. I just started on it. I'm
What
figuring it out.
you probably started? What did you start out on? Like 2 o'clock today? You're already up to 7,000.
Nah, I took about like 2 months ago.
Oh wow, okay.
It's
I get
gotta figure it out. Figure out how you gotta mess with it. Figure out how it works and operates.
Yeah, I had to figure all that stuff out. I always thought TikTok was just about all the people doing the TikTok dances or
Yeah,
whatever.
changing.
But
TikTok, it's on a different level.
there you go. Well, there you have it. This Thursday night, live on Twitch. Jalan Walker takes on Angel Antonio Contreras in a 6 round featherweight bout. And this kid is going to be a star. I don't say this a lot about young fighters, and especially about kids 18, 19, 20 years old, but I've watched this kid a lot. I've seen it. Going to be a star, Jalen. So we look forward to seeing you more, and we can't wait to see you on Thursday night.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.